So I just want to show you this quick pickup here. So we went to the next town over, and we had some food, and afterwards we're like, hey, let's hit up the lady that has a bunch of media. We haven't been there in a couple months. Let's see if she got anything in. Of course, she had a ton of new stuff, and it's always like a treasure hunt there. And we picked up, I don't know, she said we had over 400 items. I think we paid around 200 and something bucks for these items. Which was pretty good because I found some pretty cool stuff there. And let's show you real quick. This is the coolest box, I think. So let me just show you these. So we're digging through, I'm probably about 50% through 75% of the stuff I already found. I felt like I hadn't found any like home runs. Just a lot of, $5 to $10 movies and CDs, cassettes, and no records at this point. So we're going through, and there's this box here. There's a bunch of these boxes, and you would just dig through them, and there'd be DVDs and whatever else in them. VHSs, sometimes okay ones, sometimes not. So we had found my girlfriend found this one. We've never had this before. Found this Maryland, this ready to wear, which is a demo tape, so that's cool. We'll pick them up when they're demos. What else? Found this, Hot Licks Buddy Guy. So let's find some okay stuff here. Found this Clint Eastwood, Play Misty for Me. Robin Big. We've sold this one before. We've sold this movie too before. Let's see here. Found this Stevie Ray Vaughan. I think I have this in my personal collection already, so probably going to sell this one. I don't think it's worth too much, but it is pretty cool. I was jamming out today to some Stevie Ray Vaughan, so C. Ray Vaughan and BB King on YouTube, pretty good. The Gods Must Be Crazy. You find this one a few times. I've never found this one, The Nun's Story, but picked that up. I picked up this John Wayne, The Undefeated. Cool. These key videos can do good. I don't know how well they do with a John Wayne one, but that's the reason why we got that one, because as you know, John Wayne's everywhere. We have this Jolson one, which looks like the guy's in blackface. So that's kind of crazy, I think, but I've never heard of this. So we picked that up. My girlfriend, she found this one, Elvis King Creole. We pick up Elvis every time we find him. I think it's cool. Of course, there's a bunch of DVDs and stuff, but so I started digging, found this box, I lifted it up, there was a layer on top, and it was kind of basic ones, and so then I took off the top layer. I wanted a couple of movies out of there. This movie here, Fever, was not in there. I found that in another spot, and that's a movie we've never came across, so put it in here. But I saw this Dahmer right away, which I don't know too much about this Dahmer. I know they had the new one on Netflix that was popular, but so I found this. I'm like, oh dang, there's a horror movie we've never came across before. And then I look next to it, and what do I see? Jack Frost and Jack Frost 2. I couldn't believe it. I've never found these out in the wild. If you know this brand, Apex, they can usually do pretty well. But I've never seen these movies. So I'm going to watch these before I sell them, because I just have never seen them. And I know if you watch a lot of the horror channels out there, that people really like these movies. I was just shocked to actually find these. So those are pretty good price there, but I think this movie is actually worth more than those. Don't look in the basement. It's on this MPI. There's the back of it. I want to say this is like $75 or something. It's actually a pretty heavy movie. Let's see if I can get this open. It doesn't want to open up for me. So yeah, that one's really good. Then we found this, Daddy's Girl. Just a movie I never had seen before. My So-Called Life. I remember they had like a channel called like Noggin or something. I can't remember what it's called. I never see this around. This is like $5 or something. Drew Carey Show. Thought it was interesting. It's like the first season, I think. It does have the pilot on it. I used to watch it. I never really liked it too much. But you know, back in the day, you know, you didn't have Netflix and everything, and a show would come on, you would just watch it. Final Destination 2, Runner. So these other ones were actually in there too. So we had House of Wax. I found this somewhere else, I believe. The cover is pretty epic. Don't know how well the movie is, but it looks pretty good. Psycho, Jill the Ripper with Dolph Lundgren. So I guess he's in a horror movie. So for those people that love Dolph Lundgren, there you go. Him in a horror movie. Sounds interesting. 10/16/2000 is when it was sold. Eight-Legged Freaks. I always loved this movie. I've watched this numerous times, and I want to give it a rewatch again. Yeah, Eight-Legged Freaks. I might just keep that one. I know I had another copy, but I think I listed it. Fear.com, we find this one a lot. We got Deadly Marathon with Brian Dennehy and Treat Williams, so I don't know that one. And The Boys from Brazil. I don't know this movie either, but do it in there. So you can see there was just a bunch of Blu-rays and DVDs. I try to go for like the stuff that's sealed. Any Blu-rays, the Steve McQueen, I think we've had these before. And just weird movies that I don't know, or good action flicks that people like. What else we got in here? The Americans. I mean, we got a ton of stuff from this lady. Bring these back over here, show you some other stuff. Wreck-It Ralph on Blu-ray. I don't know, she does like cleanouts and buyouts, and she just has a ton of stuff. And she gives us a good deal because we've been there a lot of times. She's like, "Oh, just get your bucket," because she knows what we're going to do. So we've sold this band before, Trio Los Panchos. We had this album. I don't think it was as clean as this one. But yeah, it's like $20. So she had, she's like, hey, she saw us looking at albums. So up front, I got about like 200 albums. You guys come take a look at them. I'm like, I'm done. My girlfriend's like, I'll go take a look. And she hadn't came back for a while. So I went up there and she's like, hey, there's some cool stuff up here. Take a look at, what do you think we want to get? And I said, I want it all. And so they were just so clean condition here. I'm not going to go through them all, but these ones that have these prices on them were in another bin, but they were so clean, like someone cared about them, so I was like, let's pick them up. But then we started going through that stuff up there, and there was a ton of Laserdisc. Now Laserdisc, maybe there's some gems in there. So far I've been looking them up. There's been maybe $15 would be the high one. I've only looked up some, but I'll just show you what these are real quick. And you think this, Pavarotti guy would be worth a lot? Really not. This one is worth a decent amount here. They're pretty clean condition. This one's Criterion, but it's not worth too much. Same as this. A little bit. And that. But there is some really cool stuff. That's just the start of it. There's also all these right here that we got. And there's a lot of vinyls in there. There is a Lawrence of Arabia Criterion collection, which is like $20 or $30. You can see that there. But there's a lot of vinyls in there, and a lot of laser discs. But as I've said before, these Mexican vinyls, Spanish vinyls can do well. And we found a whole bunch of them in really good condition. So we're excited to get some of these up. Now you know how we go. We buy a lot, and then the next week we buy another one. So let's see here. Just some pretty cool stuff. A lot of Pavarotti. I didn't even look through it too well. After a minute, I just said, let's grab the whole stack and we'll just see what we can work out. Because I like the condition of everything. So, we got all that and another bin. I'm not going to go through the whole thing here. Godzilla, Care Bears, Hateful Eight, Red vs. Blue. Thought this was interesting. Season 1, it looked like it was like Halo stuff. The Mysteries of Pittsburgh. I don't know that movie. But when you don't know it, that's when you want to get it, I say. This is like an Indian movie. We've sold some of those before. I know this brand, Arrows. The Griddle House. I did get a book here. March or Die. Machine Gun Preacher. I was just about to watch that one last night. It's like, it looks pretty good. Mad About You. Second season. I don't really see this out there. We have an Indiana Jones. The case is a little beat up, but there you go. Got some CD. Pam Tillis. Steppenwolf. Fabulous 50s. What do we got? Second Chorus. $1 Million Weekend. We have the Godfather collection. You can just see it just goes on and on. We got a Hawaii 5-0. I mean, this lady has a ton of media. And she said, I got a ton more records out here, so if you want to get them, give me your number. Guess who's coming to dinner? I got this one because of the RCA stuff here. Been trying for these more classic ones. They seem like they can do alright. So we didn't really look up anything. There, we're buying. The Last Debate. Body Parts. Soul Cinema. The Practice. We got Sealed. Sherlock Holmes. What else we got? We got Scooby-Doo. Got The Mummy. Pet Cemetery 1 and 2. We even got an HD DVD. Cassettes. We got Toby Keith videos. Girl Next Door. Citizen Kane. You can kind of see here. Barbies, Care Bears. PC games. This Kurt Vonnegut Jr. We've sold some of his stuff before. We got ABBA. Quentin Tarantino thing. Louis Lewis. So yeah, Cat Williams. Pretty cool stuff there. There was also some record albums. Let me go to those. Or more records. There. These were kind of different here. Joe Williams. Martin. Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Loving Spoonful, Johnny, Harry Belafonte, The Righteous Brothers. I found this one in another random spot. What do we got? These ones are upside down. Spyro Gyra. It's like a Latin one there. Oh. Oh, here's some more of the laser discs that we got. Yep, that was it.